Today we're sharing with you some of our favorite free resources, both for general graphic design as well as for Squarespace design. Hi guys, my name is Kathryn. I am one of the founders of Studio 70 as well as a brand website and UX designer. My first recommendation for a free tool that you should be using is WordStream. So WordStream is really great in terms of SEO. How it works is you take a keyword that you know is relevant for your business. So let's say website design. You put that into WordStream and then WordStream spits out a whole bunch of keywords that you can then take and use on your website in your page copy, your blog posts, etc. So that is a really great one to try out. My second favorite free resource is one that I'm sure you know, I'm sure you've used, but I have to mention it. It's Canva. Canva has so many really great capabilities now, and they're always coming out with new features. I love to use it for art stuff when I'm just trying to throw something together really quickly, whether it's an Instagram graphic or a newsletter graphic. And it's also really great for clients because of how easy it is to use. So if you are designing templates for clients or anything client facing, they may prefer that over, let's say, Illustrator templates, simply because it's a lot easier to use, especially for someone who may not be technologically savvy or just may not be as experienced with Adobe. So Canva is definitely up there for our favorite resources. Next up are my favorite Squarespace specific free resources. So these are all going to be Chrome extensions that you can add to your browser for free, and they make the Squarespace design process so much easier. So the first one is Squarespace ID Finder. So what this is a way for you to access your block, section, and collection IDs so much faster than using the inspect tool. So if you add this to your browser, you're able to just click it to turn it on, and then it's going to show you all of the Squarespace block IDs for the page. So if you're in the CSS panel and need to grab a block ID to add some sort of code or feature, you just click the extension, all of the block IDs pop up, you click it to copy it, paste it in your code, and you are good to go. So that is definitely my top favorite. My next one is screenshot capture. So this one's really great if you are on a PC. Of course, if you're on a Mac, you can just use Command 4 or Control 4, whatever it is. But if you're on a PC, it's not so easy to take screenshots because you have to use the print screen function, which is kind of annoying because then you have to go clip the screenshot, crop it. So this is much faster. And what it is an extension where if you click it in your browser, you then just go to the page, you select whatever you're trying to screenshot, and then you're good to go. My next favorite free resource is Image Downloader. So this is a Chrome extension that accesses all of the images that are on a page to make downloading them really easy. So this is really useful if you are creating a website for a client and maybe you need to access all of the images that are on their old site, but you want a quick way to download them. This is definitely the extension to use for that. Next up is what font. So this one's really cool if you're in the inspiration stage of a project. When you turn this extension on and then go to hover over any font on any website, it shows you what the font name is. So that's a really cool one if you see a font that you love and want to try to figure out what it is. And lastly, Go Full Page is a great extension for taking full page screenshots. I love to use this one if I am taking photos of a client's before website, so then that way I can compare before and after to show how the website has changed since we came in and designed it. So those are all of my favorite Squarespace Chrome extensions, and now Christian's going to share some of his free resources with you as well.
What's up, guys? My name's Christian. I'm the other founder of Studio 70, and today I'm bringing you free resources, but it's more based on graphic design and resourcing certain things for websites and graphic design. So the first one is going to be Inkscape. So when I first started in graphic design years ago, I started with Inkscape for all of my vector artwork. So this is a completely free software. It's kind of like the little brother of Adobe Illustrator. It can be kind of hard to get into and learn, but it's a great alternative if you don't want to pay for Adobe, and you can still make great vector artwork in there and logos and everything. So the next one would be coolers.com. So this is my go-to for any brand project. So it's basically a palette generator, a color palette generator. They also have popular palettes in there that you can use. You can grab color palettes from images, and among other tools. The main thing they have in there is that color palette generator, and it's just a great resource to have for branding projects, for graphic design, to figure out what colors are going to work. Like, say you have one color that a client really wants to work with, you can easily go in there, input it, and then get 4, 5, 6 other colors that work very well with that color and work that into your design. So the next 3 resources are going to be more for sourcing focusing on images and videos, etc. So the first one would be pexels.com. They only have images and videos. You'll be able to find a large variety of pictures that you can use within your projects and videos that you can use in your projects, YouTube videos, etc. So the next one would be Unsplash. It's pretty much the same thing as Pexels, but they have a different library. Sometimes they have similar images. So the last one would be Pixabay. This is the one I rank the highest just because of the amount of stuff they actually have on the website. It is open source, so pretty much everything is free. And really no attribution is required. They like to have it, but they don't require it. So you can find anything from pictures to illustrations, vectors, videos, even sound effects and music. So this is a good resource if you don't want to pay for another subscription-based model like Envato, for example, and you want to be able to source music and images and videos. Let's say if you want to make a YouTube video and have intro music and sound effects within the video, this is a great resource. That wraps it up. Kathryn, back to you.
All right, that wraps up today's video on free resources. If you are interested in anything that we talked about today, you can find them all linked below, and you can also find our favorite gear linked below, as well as our own website, which is studio70creative.com.